All right, so we want to shift now to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where right now officials are giving us an update. They're having a press conference. That is Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey speaking. Let's take a listen into what's being said right now.
Think of those last words that you had with your child just this morning before you sent them into school. You kissed them on the cheek. You got them set up with their shoes. You pushed them a pouch of applesauce. Maybe these were little annoyances, but the truth is that there's this common and beautiful thing. We love our children. Make these changes not out of hate. Make them out of a simple and beautiful foundational love for our kids. And so what are we talking about? When we talk about action, we need to talk about the action steps that need to take place. We need a statewide and a federal ban on assault weapons. We need a statewide and a federal ban on high-capacity magazines. There is no reason that someone should be able to reel off 30 shots before they even have to reload. We're not talking about your father's hunting rifle here. We're talking about guns that are built to pierce armor and kill people. Why do we have them coming in by the trunk loads onto our streets around the country? And this is not just about Minneapolis. Because you can buy an assault rifle in Milwaukee, and that assault rifle is in Minneapolis by noon that very same day. And so when we talk about the work that needs to be done, it's going to take a whole lot of unity from a lot of different cities, and I've gotten calls from their mayors who have experienced virtually the same thing that we experienced yesterday. And because we love our kids, because we love our families, because we love our constituents, we all have the obligation to act. And what you see here, you see federal congresswomen, you see we see our Minneapolis state delegation. You have council members from both Minneapolis and St. Paul. You have our sheriff. You have Moms Demand Action, Protect Minnesota, and every town all united and rallying around a common theme, which is keeping our cities and our country safe. And here's the thing. To the extent the federal government isn't willing to do it, to the extent a divided legislature prevents our state from acting, and by the way, I know that our Minneapolis delegation is on board with this work because they've been doing it. Thank you. But here's the final ask. To the extent other levels of government are either unwilling or unable to keep cities safe, let us do it ourselves. We are responsible for 435,000 residents that call Minneapolis home and many more that come and go. I think we'd be happy to ban assault rifles here in Minneapolis. I know we'd be happy to prevent a next mass shooting from taking place. We have every obligation, not just to each other, but to these families that call Minneapolis home. We love them. Let's love them with more than words. Let's love them with the kind of action that will forever make the difference for people in our city. So the next go round, there's not another city 2 months from now that is saying the same damn thing. Let's stop this from happening. Let's stand up for our children. Let's stand up for each and every one of them. So it takes a whole team to pack this hall, to put these events together, but more importantly, to do the kind of long-term advocacy that results in change. I mentioned a number of groups that are here, and I have the honor, and please give her a very warm welcome, of welcoming up from Moms Demand Action, an exceptional volunteer in Leah Condis.
Thank you. As the mayor said, my name's Leah Condis. I lead the Minneapolis local group of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. But today, I'm not here just as an advocate. I'm here as a mom. I have 3 daughters. One of them has already lived through shootings at both the mall and the state fair. And I'm a Catholic. I forgot to mention that part. Now, here in our own city, families are living through the nightmare of a shooting on the very first day of school. Annunciation Catholic School should have been a sanctuary, a place where kids laugh with their friends, teachers prepared lessons, parents feel safe dropping their children off in the morning. Instead, gunfire tore through those doors. Children were gunned down in church, praying in their place of worship. Another school year begins, and once again, it is marked by gun violence. And this is not an isolated incident. Less than 24 hours before this tragedy, there was another shooting here in Minneapolis. And in that case, an AR-15 style assault weapon was used. These are weapons of war, and they are tearing through our communities over and over again. We cannot call ourselves a free country when parents cannot send their kids to school without wondering if they will come home alive. And even for the children who survive, the trauma will live with them forever. All signs point to yesterday's shooting also being carried out with an assault weapon. These guns were designed for battlefields, not for our schools, not for our churches, and not for our neighborhoods. No civilian needs a gun that can fire dozens of rounds in seconds. These weapons exist for one purpose: to kill and wound as many people as possible, as quickly as possible. We've seen what happens time and again when assault weapons are used. And we also know what happens when they're banned. Lives are saved. When the federal assault weapons ban was in place, mass shootings went down. After it expired, they increased. We cannot afford more delay. Here in Minneapolis, this tragedy comes after 3 other deadly shootings in just 24 hours.
You're listening to Leah Condis right now. She is a local representative of Moms Demand Action. They're at a press conference at Minneapolis City Hall right now. There are local, state, federal leaders, lawmakers that are there on the Democratic side. Mayor Frey just called for a ban on assault-style weapons, something that former President Bill Clinton did do for about 10 years. He also asked for a ban, at least locally, on high-capacity magazines.